Relationship Solutions. My name is Chioma. Thank you so much for joining us today in this video. What we can give in. What are we going to do to have the fire burning? There should be a relationship between us and our partner, an affection, a kind of passionate relationship between us in order to enjoy this life and enjoy our relationship and be happier, easier relationship than living it boring. That leads to cheating, seeing someone outside, sleeping around, and the rest of it. Let's dive in. Thank you so much for coming. So this is how I will fight to make sure I have a nice relationship. I have the one to remember. The relationship that will be memorable, that I will rejoice and say, oh, I did well. When I'm old, when I can no longer walk or stand, when I'm no longer looking good, attractive, that I will say, I used my time well. The time I have in this life or the time I used in my relationship, that I used it well. Even when you're in a relationship that you've not yet married, if you don't bring it out all, bring in all what you have or all the quality you possess into your relationship, how are you sure this person is going to choose you for who you really are? Because you were hiding some things, you are not really open, you couldn't just free your mind and be free in that relationship. So there's no way you are going to enjoy it, or the person is even going to enjoy it. The person cannot know who you are or how far you could go to show how much you love a person, and the person won't also know how much you love the person in a relationship, to make it easier for the person to decide, should it be you or someone else. Even to you, who the person is relating to, it might make it difficult for you to think, this thing I'm saying here is not exactly what I want. Let me then look for something better, not knowing that something better is there, but because you couldn't reciprocate or be the one who started the fire that should be burning, and at the end, you lose that special person who would have meant a lot, who would have go with you in this journey, and you would have been happy. But because of this small mistake, you couldn't achieve it. Like, I wish to be hugged every day. I wish someone to show me how much the person loves me. That I can sit down and dream of how wonderful this person is, the way he loves me. But I can't do it to this person. I can't give this thing, what I'm expecting from the person, to the person. I can't show the person this so much love, but I expect to have the love. When we can take this into our hands and practice this thing, what we preach, what we expect from the person who we love, our love life, our relationship is going to have a change. How much we forgive and forget, how we relate to the person, all shows how we want it to be. Because before we can make a move the next time to hug this person, the person is already expecting the hug, because it will look like we are programming our relationship how it's supposed to be. But when we are not doing it and we're sitting down folding hand every day and expecting for somebody to come and give us that hug we like so much, we enjoy it. When somebody give it to us, when somebody bring it to the table for us and say, oh, this is hug, or this is me, you can hug me, you're free, you can hug me, we enjoy it. Not thinking that that other person, our partner, will still enjoy this thing the way we are enjoying it. When sitting down and receiving it is okay for us, it brings us a lot of joy. When this person is giving us this love and kisses and hugs, presenting us something, taking us out, and we ourselves do not make attempt of doing this thing to the person one day will get tired, because whoever does this, the person love it. That's why the person is doing it. At the time when the person gets tired, the person will say, you are too boring, because there's nothing coming from you. You are not the kind of person who like this, not knowing that secretly in yourself, you love this thing, you're enjoying it. This you not returning it makes the person think this thing you are not returning, you don't like this kind of lifestyle. You don't like to live and have affection with somebody you're having relationship with. When the person believes that he or she is disturbing you by coming to you to touch you, how was work today? How are you feeling? How this one you're sitting like this, and you do not do this. It seems as if whenever the person comes, the person is disturbing you. And the person will now retreat, go back into his shell, trying to protect himself and saying, oh, let me stop disturbing the person. Do you even know that the person will start feeling ashamed of the one he or she has already done? Because you don't like this thing. It's just like somebody's giving you something. The person wants to give you something. You open your hand and you did not stretch it. You didn't show any sign of coming to take that thing. The person feels ashamed, his or her hand, like me. I feel like my hand has been hanging so long. I expected that when I give you this, you'll be excited and you will collect it with all happiness. You won't even wait to take it off my hand. This is how the person expects you to react when the person is about to bring this love, care to you. This small attention, the person expects you to welcome it with full hand, even react to it like this and say, oh, thank you, I've been waiting for this. You have to act like you've been expecting it. No matter how stupid it seems, because we are not the same and we can't do everything perfect. When the person is bringing it and you're reluctant to take it, the person becomes ashamed and regret embarrassing him or herself. Instead of putting more effort in coming to you, the person won't be free again to come to you when the person wants. Because after all, you did like someone who didn't really want this thing the person is bringing to you. And this makes your relationship boring. When you are not free to go to your partner when you want, irrespective of anything, it makes your relationship so boring. But I might be the one who doesn't show appreciation or open my hands wide to receive when somebody wants to hug me. Then, when it gets cold, like gets boring, I start to complain. Oh, am I in the wrong video? What is really going on now? And I might not still make that move. Check where the problem is coming from and look for what to do to solve the problem. Not allowing this fire that is burning to quench. Let it not cool. Making the relationship a little bit spicy, spicing it up like you people will say. And I keep staying like this into that boring relationship. One day I wake up, I start thinking of giving relationship another trial because this one has worn out. When it's men, they start thinking of how to go to side chick or seeing someone outside to spice up their life because this woman is so boring. Or the woman starts admiring men outside. But both of you were sitting down, tying your hands like this and waiting for the romance to do itself. It cannot do itself. One has to create this relationship. Even when you need to act it, you have to write a program how you're going to do it. Like sometimes I plan some things down and say, okay, when my man comes, I'm going to do something like this. So I plan it down and I keep it. I say, when he come, I'm going to, I don't know if I want to say this. When he come, I'm going to now like pretend I'm sleeping when he come, to make him come to me. Because he comes back, he must come to see where you are. When you are the kind of person who has made it like a normal routine, that when he or you come back, no matter where the person is, you don't need to go and disturb the person. It's simply because you have put disturb in your head. Thinking positively will help us in this relationship. If you put it disturb, you will be reluctant to go to the person. But when you put it, oh, the person will be excited. The person will be so happy to see me. Even in the normal sense, when your relationship is having a problem, the person is not to think of what the person thinks. You just do your thing. Because relationship, I see it as something that is me, it's my life. And I want to have the fullness of it all. Because I don't know how long I will be able to stand to say, I am okay, I'm not sick. There's nothing withholding me from living my life the way I want it. Because this relationship, I see it as a lifestyle. It counts for me, how I want it to be. So when I don't live it in full, I will be denying myself the opportunity to live that way I want. So I don't want anything getting in the way of me living my life how I want it to be. And this relationship we're also making, the way we make it, our children are seeing some things, and when they see it, these are things they're going to practice in their life in future. So when we make it boring, our kids could have a boring relationship, or they will have a quarreling relationship. Anyone we have choose and decide ours will be. So I would make it in a way that I will enjoy it, and when I enjoy it, I make sure that it's my personal duty to make sure that my dreams are achieved in my life by having a peaceful relationship. So when I don't have it like that, I'll be feeling like I lose. I didn't do my work well. And anyone who has to have a perfect job, when you want to achieve something in the work you do, you make sure you do your work well. That'll be all for today. Thank you so much for watching my video so far.